All right, are we in here? I know my zit's in here. Are we in? We're in. Hi, you guys. Am I in frame? God, I look gross. I just came back from a walk with the dogs. And then had to do some like little selfies with me. And sorry, I keep looking over there because, oh, it's me and Coco, who's on my lap. This is not your typical crafty like haul video. And I actually didn't even want to make this because I don't like use my channel for things like this. I craft and you know, and do hauls and whatever. Actually made 2 process videos a couple weeks ago of my traveler's notebook and an art journal. So I got to get upstairs on my Mac and edit it because I don't have anything for, I don't have a program on my HP right now. But anyways, I've just, since everybody's just in the mood to do their sharing for everything, which is great, I think that everything starts with conversations, and I might be kind of all over the place and trip all over my words because I don't prepare for things like this. This comes from my feelings and my heart. But I'm actually going to take a little, like, I don't want to say a break from social media because I'll probably post for my stuff, but I just don't think I'll be scrolling anytime soon. And I think what's really bothering me with all these things going on in our country, and I feel like we're such a divided state, and things, hearing from, you know, the left and the right, and it's just, there's so much stuff. But that's not what bothers me. What's bothering me is that there are some really popular influencers on YouTube and Instagram, and I don't have Facebook. I don't choose to have Facebook. I'm pretty private. I mean, I know I share some stuff on here, and I share a lot of like pictures and stuff with my family on my Instagram, but I am private, so I kind of like can get a feel of who you are, like if you want to follow me. And hopefully if you did want to follow me, I let you. I can usually like tell if it's part of the crafting community. But I follow quite a few people who in the past week or a couple of weeks, and these are people that have like, you know, a lot of like subscribers, like, you know, popular people, mainly women. And with racism and the police and elections coming up and everything, you know, there's just so much stuff coming out. Everybody's feelings are coming out. There's movements that have already been out, but are probably more vocal than they have ever been, which is their right. That's their First Amendment speech, right? But just because you have freedom of speech and you can, you know, say that's our right. Just because you don't say something about something else doesn't mean a damn thing. And let me give you an example. And I've actually had family members and friends that have encountered the same thing that I have. And I don't believe anything is personally towards me, but I'm a part of who these people are talking about. We had, not we, because I didn't have it, but on Instagram was Blackout Tuesday. And that was to show your solidarity. I really don't know what the meaning, like truly, I just knew it was like a big thing on Instagram. And that doesn't mean I'm dumb and I'm naive or I'm ignorant. because I didn't research it. Okay. It's just, I don't know exactly what it was for. I mean, I have a, I kind of, I mean, I know what it was for, you know, for the Black Lives Matter movement, and to show solidarity, and to have the black square on that Tuesday, which I think is great. I think there's nothing wrong with that. You're showing what you support. I have currently on my Instagram a flag with a blue stripe through it that says "I've got your six," which means I've got your back. If you don't know, my husband is in law enforcement. My ex-husband was as well, my children's father. So I've lived through, you know, that for over 20 years. So I know what they go through on that end. And I can't say that I speak for people of color, which I know that I'm not white. I mean, I'm half Filipino, and I'm also Greek and Italian. I've never been judged for the color of my skin. I don't know anybody that has ever been judged by the color of their skin. Personally, like within my own circle or family or friends, I've never experienced racism. So I can't speak on that part. And I have different views on different things, and I don't use my social media like platform. I don't even call it a platform. I feel like those are what like influencers and stuff call it for, and they do a lot of good with it. I use mine to share my crafting and family and friends, because that was why I originally got my Instagram, was to stay close to family and friends and just be a part of a huge crafting and art community. I follow a lot of different political things as well, and just to decide to follow a whole bunch of stuff. I follow like cooking, which I can't even cook, but I follow cooking things in the hopes that I will cook one day. So what I'm mainly, I should probably just cut and go straight to this, but what I mainly wanted to say, and if you are in the same boat as I am, I hope that you never feel attacked or hate spewed at you, even whether it's personal or not, because they seem to have lumped us. And when I say they, people that have, they have gone out of their way to be someone else's voice, to say that if you do not use your social media platform to promote for the Black Lives Matter or the injustice or the racism. Do I think there's injustice in this world? Yeah. Do I think there's racism in this world? Yeah. Just because I didn't put a black square, or because I haven't posted about books to educate myself or movies to educate myself, doesn't mean that I'm a racist. Are you kidding me? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And that actually is very hypocritical of what those people are standing for and against. I don't think it makes me not sensitive to the subject. So, I mean, I've felt this way since, gosh, everything started just like weeks ago, and or what, I don't know how long this has all been going on. And I just feel, for people have actually texted me and was like, I got, you know, a horrible message because from somebody that I thought was a friend, and asked me why I didn't put a square, or why I haven't posted about these victims and things like that. And I said, okay, so like, I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I don't care what people say. You can do what you want. wants people to talk about you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't want somebody to hate me or hate on me. I mean, that's obviously your problem, but of course nobody wants like negative things said about them or feelings, or like you're going to judge me because I didn't go with your narrative, like because I didn't agree with wanting to put that on my social media, whether I was a racist or not, which I'm not. I just didn't want to. And that should be enough. Who are you to judge people and call people names when, again, that's so contradicts what you are standing up for? And the only thing that I had ever posted about was the defunding police. And it wasn't like a negative. I had put a quote on there. And just, you know, just like other people do to show what they support, I put what I wanted to support. I got nothing but likes and love on that. But if like one of my followers or friends didn't post anything about like supporting police, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you hate cops. Like, maybe they don't want to put that on there. Like, so what? You know what I mean? Stop making people, I'm sure they don't feel it because it doesn't, it pisses me off that you, and when I say you, I'm not talking about anybody personally. So, but especially these really high up influencers. I'm going to be honest, and I think that I'm not saying that these people believe that that should have happened to those victims. It's horrible when anybody their life ends. I more think about the people that were left behind. I'm not going to bring up names. I'm not going to bring up victims. I'm not going to bring up cases. If you want to talk to me outside of this and message me, we can have a conversation, but you won't disrespect me and I won't disrespect you, and I won't, I won't attack you for the way that you feel, and you won't attack me for the way that I feel. But that's why politics stay out the door for me anywhere. And it is about politics because, I mean, it's just funny to me that every 4 years before an election, shit hits the fan. But what was I going to say? Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on. Let me think. Plus this dog's about to fall off my lap. That's right. My friend and I were just talking about this. I truly believe that there are people out there, and not necessarily these white privileged people, which that's just another conversation you can have with me. But I think a lot of people post things on their Instagram or Facebook or whatever for clout, for straight up clout and likes and views, and don't want to get called out. If I cared about those kinds of things, or I was scared of somebody, I might have done that too. But see, I can't judge you. Maybe you put them up because you truly do support that, which I think is great. I would never tell somebody that's so stupid that well, okay, we'll just say Black Lives Matter, or that you back up transgender, and I'm only naming things that are like hot topic issues, okay? That doesn't mean that I don't support Black Lives Matter. That doesn't mean that I don't support transgender. I'm just bringing these up because those are the hot topics. But I really do think that people, or the ones that really bother me, are the ones that are, their Instagram stories are like 20 minutes long because they're trying to educate themselves, but kind of push it on me as the viewer, of the books that they should read to educate themselves, and that they apologize for anything they've ever said in the past, just like these celebrities that are coming out with these videos that are basically saying, I was a racist in the past, but now that I don't want to get canceled, I'm going to apologize. I watch all kinds of movies. I love documentaries. I actually just paid for one, and I'm not going to say what it is because then somebody's going to, I'm not ashamed of what I believe in, but I just paid for a documentary that came out a few days ago, and I cannot wait to watch it. I'm going to watch it with my husband. But I watch documentaries all the time. Somebody told me to watch 13th or something like that. I did. I've been watching documentaries for all kinds of people, gender and race, and I educate myself a lot. And I really have educated myself these last 4 years. I research a lot, and I have a few friends that do the same, and they share a lot of their stuff with me. And it's, so I'm not just some stupid cop's wife that will just automatically say Blue Lives Matter. You know what I mean? My husband works, I'm in Northern California. My husband patrols one of the crappiest high crime areas, and that's something he chooses. And he's good at it, as in he relates to the people he comes across in the community, and they respect him, and he knows how to talk to them. And if stuff has to go down, stuff's going to have to go down. It doesn't matter if we were just talking shop a minute ago, but then you're going to attack me or do whatever. It's going to just, you're going to get taken down. He doesn't care who you are or what color you are. You just can't do that to police officers. I mean, it's common sense. So he sees it, and he's told me that this is the hardest time. He's been a cop for so many years. He said it's really hard to be a police officer right now, and I do not blame a lot of those police officers walking off their jobs, working 12, 14-hour shifts, doing this protest, and then New York saying, oh, we don't have the cash to pay you, so we'll just give you time off, when they thought that, they had to cancel all their vacations. And it's just, I don't blame those cops. When the media vilifies you and some of your own departments aren't backing you up because they're scared of their mayors or their governors, whatever, I'd leave too. I would walk out too. But that scares me, because then there's going to be less police officers that are more, been on the force longer, have more training, and you're going to bring in these new ones, or these ones that aren't going to be able to handle it. And it's scary. It's scary. And I've always wanted to leave California for a lot of reasons. And I'll tell you what, if a Chaz shows up here, I'm out. That's all I'm saying. But so I just want, for anybody out there that watches my videos, if you didn't post something because for whatever reason, I would never think any less of you, or think that you believe that anybody deserved what happened to them. So I just want you to know that. And I think it's really hypocritical and just really vile of people to say that about other people that they do not know, because they didn't choose their social media platform to do that. So this country and what's happening is this, I've been through a lot of stuff in this country. I'm almost 45 years old. This is the most horrible thing I've seen, how divided our country is. It's just, yeah. I feel for my kids, and I feel for my kids growing up. But they have morals and they have standards that they have to live up to, and they have been raised in a household. Um, you got to work hard. You aren't going to have handouts, and you're not going to sit on your butt until somebody gives you something or somebody gives you a job. You are going to graduate from high school. You are not going to have children before you're married, which I'm not knocking anybody. I had a kid at 17. And you're going to get a job, and you're not going to live at home until you're 30. Those are the things, that's their privilege. That's a privilege they have because of their choices, not because they're half white. That's because I raised them right, and they have no other choice. And that's what they want to do. Brandon's in an engineering program in high school, and will go straight to a university. And even I have two sons with autism. Damien is much more, has issues more than Max, but his disability, I've never used his disability to get anything in this world, and I've never used it for sympathy. And his autism, I've taught him too that you don't even have to bring up that you have autism in your job interviews, because does not define who you are. I have the same expectations. He graduated high school, and he's in college now, and he's going to get a job. And so my point is, I feel for my kids, but I've been raising them to be their own person and take control of their life, because their destiny is all on them, and if they fall down, then they pick themselves back up. If they make a mistake, that was their fault. If they go to jail, it wasn't the government's fault or the police officer's fault. It was their fault. They made a bad choice. People can make bad choices. People can learn from their mistakes. But I'm just saying, that's how I'm raising my kids. And I really hope that they could be a part of turning this country back into what it was. So that's what I have to say. You're not a racist. You're not insensitive to other people's issues. It doesn't affect me. I've never been affected by racism, but I don't believe in it. I don't agree at all. There's racism against all kinds of races. There's racism against white people, and don't even say anything about that. So that's what I wanted to say. I just went all over the place, but I've got to feed my dogs. I've got to drink this coffee because it's hecka late. And I am finishing up. Oh my gosh, I looked hecka fat when I did that. I look so greasy and gross. And the reason I have a hat on, I've been wearing a lot of hats lately because my hair is hecka falling out. But I finished another one of my collage books. So, but I'm currently, hold on. Oh, there's Coco. Oh man, currently almost done with my Traveler's Notebook. Oh, snap. Am I? Yeah, almost done with it. And I am going to a 3-day weekend crop with one of my my one and only crafty soul sister. No, I have two crafty soul sisters, but so that'll be fun. I don't know why I said that, but anyways, I will be back. I'm going to go edit those thingamajiggers, and that's all I'm ever going to say about this. So I care about you all, and there is no hate in this heart right here. Okay, bye.